It was supposed to be a fun day out for the family. Instead, a family was broken. Louisa Parmesano, only 3, died on Mosley Street on the 22nd of February when Raoul Rackman passed a stop sign and collided with a tram before hitting her on the pavement and fleeing the scene. He had taken at least 20 lines of cocaine. On Tuesday, Reckman pleaded guilty at Manchester Crown Court to causing death by dangerous driving. The Crown Prosecution Service said he ignored stop signs and must face the consequences for his role in the tragedy. But now, with the prosecution's case that Reckman's drug consumption had adversely affected his driving, an alarming picture is painted of just how serious the consequences of driving on drugs can be. And it's an increasingly common issue. I spoke to Izzy, who had only been driving for a few weeks when she watched a man on drugs drive straight into roadworks in front of her. So, Izzy, thanks so much for joining me. You've seen firsthand the impact of drinking under the influence of drugs. Tell me a bit more about what you experienced.
Yeah, it was really awful. I was on my way home with my friend and we were coming up to some traffic lights. And then right in front of me, this car sped straight into some roadworks. I didn't really clock what had happened because it all happened so quickly. There was this massive puff of smoke, and just instantly I thought of the worst. I assumed he was dead. And then the most awful part was everything went really slowly, and it was almost like things were going backwards. I didn't even see him step out of his vehicle, and I'd instantly just thought, I highly doubt he's survived that, especially with the speed of the impact. And then you sort of freeze and think, like, what do you do in that situation? It's really hard to know.
What do you think should be done to crack down on people taking drugs and then driving?
I think a lot of education on the impacts of drugs and just a massive crackdown on stopping drugs in the first place. I think there should be so much more that the government do. It's absolutely awful to hear that someone's actions and someone's choices have ended a life, especially of a little girl who, again, has barely even stepped forth in the life. It's so unfair. It's so sad. Sort of casting a blind eye to it is absolutely awful, and it can cause such devastation to families.
Izzy, thank you very much. Ruel will be remanded in custody until sentencing on the 27th of May. But with drug use on the rise, it could only be a matter of time before tragedy strikes again. Seb Sargent, Keys News, Portland Street.